hope that you guys are having a great day. So today's Swap This for That episode, we're going to be talking about soap, specifically hand soap, but a lot of these ingredients that we're going to be talking about go across the board when it comes to your shampoos, anything that is bubbly, your dish soap, and even sometimes hand sanitizer. So I'm going to dive right in. This was one of the things that I hadn't really thought about that much. I think that when it comes to soap, a lot of us obviously are thinking that we're using it to help our bodies to kill germs and do all that different stuff. And so it's one of those things that you're like, why would my soap be bad? But it is scary how bad it actually is, and this is something that just around 6 months ago I kind of swapped out and started to learn a little bit more about. So I'm going to go over some of the different ingredients that you find in a lot of soaps that we can just be on the lookout for to make smarter choices. So it's a kind of a longer list today. So triclosan, that is one of the main things in soap that makes it antibacterial. So the triclosan, actually, I have my notes right here because I haven't memorized all this stuff, but triclosan kills bacteria, but it also can kill human cells. And with that being said, anything that is antibacterial on the label, it's going to kill all bacteria. It's not going to designate between the good bacteria and the bad bacteria, just like antibiotics. And so you have to be really cautious of using it for long extended periods of time because it can kill a lot of the good bacteria and seep into our skin, because obviously our skin is our biggest organ, which we just don't want that happening. We don't want to kill off all of our bad or our good bacteria because we need that good bacteria to fight off illnesses and all sorts of stuff. So it's also, triclosan has also been shown to have decreased fertility, birth defects, be an endocrine disruptor. It has been detected in human breast milk, you guys. When I read that, I was like, oh my gosh, that is scary. I have been breastfeeding. I breastfed all three of my babies, and it's really scary to think that these ingredients are being absorbed into our skin and into our bloodstream and into the different fluids in our body and coming out into our babies, you guys. Like, I know that it's, yeah, I just feel, I am so much about, like, when we know better, we do better. Hopefully when we know this now, we'll all do better. SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate. So this is what kind of makes it all bubbly, which I think that we have been taught by our society from different commercials about shampoos and hand soaps. We always see that foaming effect, and I think that it really is a marketing thing because we have been, I think, just trained in our brains to think that if it's working, it's foaming, and that's not necessarily the case. So sodium lauryl sulfate, it's in around 90% of personal care products actually, and it can damage cell membranes, and it can also possibly cause hair loss. It's linked to eye irritation, organ toxicity, neurotoxicity, all sorts of bad stuff. Parabens, we've talked about this in some of the other videos. It's in so many different personal care products, but it's meant to preserve ingredients and increase the shelf life in so many different personal care products, but it mimics estrogen in a lot of things, and actually parabens have been found in breast cancer tumors. Scary stuff. Ureas, these are often disguised as big words, so maybe Google it and you can find the exact ingredients that these can be listed as, but they can release formaldehyde, cause joint pain, heart irregularities, and a weakened immune system. And again, a lot of times, you guys, they're trying to disguise these ingredients as these big words that we don't understand so that we don't even think twice about it. We're like, oh, I don't know what that is, so we don't research it or look into it. But DEA, which is a wetting agent, it's linked to cancer, developmental and reproductive toxicity, and organ system toxicity. Synthetic colors, which is in so many different soaps. You know, I see bright blue, bright green soaps. I see those Dawn ones all the time, which I also have used in my past, unfortunately. These are all made from coal tar a lot of the times, these synthetic colors, and they contain heavy metal salts, which might deposit on the skin, and animal studies have shown that these cause cancer. And these are labeled also, it's not just going to say synthetic color, they disguise it and make us not know what it is. And so it says, I was reading, it says that these are often labeled as F, D, and C, or D and C, followed by a color and a number. And so try to avoid those if possible. Ethyl alcohol, that's another ingredient to stay on the lookout for. 1,4-dioxane. So this isn't going to be listed on the ingredient bottle because technically it's not an ingredient, it's a byproduct of the ingredients, whatever that means, but it's a chemical known to the state of California to cause cancer, and it's the byproduct of, let me read, the ethyl oxidation process, which is like the process that is used to make the different ingredients that are actually listed on these soaps and whatnot. And so a lot of the times anything that has like so the laureth, those different ingredients are going to have it. PEG is also something that's just, I thought it is disguised as. Just Google that, 1,4-dioxane, and you can look up the list of the different words that it's disguised as. Those are all typically things that are actually linked to cancer because the byproduct of it is the 1,4-dioxane, and that has been shown in actual studies to cause cancer. And then synthetic fragrance, you guys, we've talked about this before with candles and stuff. Synthetic fragrance just means it's a bunch of different chemicals. It can be up to 500 chemicals that make up that fragrance, and a lot of times there is found in those different chemicals phytates. I don't even know how to say it. It's spelled PHTHALATES. Apparently I should have probably looked that up before sharing it with everyone. But those are endocrine disruptors. So it's going to mess with your hormones. They are going to mimic different hormones in your body and just cause all sorts of havoc. So this soap right here is from Trader Joe's, you guys. I bought it probably 7 months ago because I was like, okay, I started to learn a little bit more about this different stuff, and at the time I hadn't really dove into my back office of Young Living to learn more about the products that they offered. So I was like, okay, cool, it has a nice clean label, it says lavender and chamomile, it says it, somewhere on here, I forget where it said that, but it said that it was like natural, that it was made with tea tree oil and chamomile oil, and yeah, so I was like, okay, made with plant-derived surfactants, this can't be toxic, right? And at the time I didn't really look at the specific ingredients. I had all 3 of my kids with me in the cart, but then I was looking at it, I was like, okay, as I started to read these different things that I was researching, it has fragrance in it, it has sodium chloride, sorry, that one's not bad, it has the PPG4, which is one of these laureth things, says PPG4 laureth, which is one of the side or the ingredients that causes the 1,4-dioxane, and then Myreth 5, again another one of the FETH, which you want to avoid. So it doesn't have all of these ingredients like maybe a Dawn soap or something like that might have. It's a little bit better, but still it has a couple of those ingredients that I just really don't want on my body or soaking and being absorbed into my bloodstream. So what do I use? Almost everything in my home, you guys, is from Young Living because I totally trust the company. I trust that the essential oils in their products are pure and amazing, and it's great to have all of your products infused with high quality essential oils because you're going to get amazing benefits. So I use all the Thieves line. This is their hand soap. Smells delicious, like Christmas with lemon essential oil too. It just smells amazing. I use their dish soap, which can be diluted. Also, like, you can use half of this, fill it up with water, and make it last into 2 bottles. I use their hand sanitizer, which is infused with peppermint oil. It smells amazing. But if you wanted to make your own, what you can do, I also trust Dr. Bronner's. It's a really clean brand. A lot of the times, I tried to use this as like shampoo and body soap. It just was too, like, sticky, I guess you could say. Like, it didn't have any slimy effect, I guess you could say, for a better word. It just, like, it felt like I was like going like this and rubbing stuff together. But for hand soap, you might be okay using it. You can fill up a bottle like this or one of your old empty soap bottles once you've really cleaned it out. This is just pure cast iron soap. You might find other brands. I like Dr. Bronner's. And then you can just drop in your favorite essential oil scents. So maybe lemon and lavender is a favorite combo that I like to do. So yeah, whether you do a DIY or you use a brand, a trusted brand, mine is Young Living, those are some great swaps. But just really start to read those ingredients, because I know, especially as a mom, I'm washing my hands all the time after I'm changing diapers, going out and about. I just, we should all be washing our hands all the time. So yeah, I hope that that's helpful. Just start to read the ingredients, and hopefully I'll list out some of the different ingredients in this post, or I'll make a blog post that you guys can just have those on hand as a list. So yeah, I'm sorry it's so scary what's in our products. I'm just getting blown away as I'm doing more and more research. It's just crazy, and I'm no longer surprised at why there's so much cancer and disease in our world. I'm really not. So when we know better, we can do better though. So luckily there are safe alternatives. Have a great day, guys.